Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources.
Washington Post World, August 26, 12:15 America, New York. Live updates. Very high threat of terrorist attack as U.S. allies start withdrawal from Kabul. The Biden administration has previously warned that Islamic State poses a threat to the evacuation mission.
PowerPost, August 26, 6:41 America, New York. Power up. Military veterans call on Biden administration to prioritize U.S.-led evacuations for Afghan allies. Military veterans worry that Afghans who worked with U.S.-funded NGO and contractor programs could be left behind by the current U.S. military evacuation efforts.
RT World News, August 26, 6:32 America, New York. 100-plus people denounce COVID health passes by holding protest, picnic, outside restaurants in Reims, France. Video. Protesters dined while sitting on the ground outside cafes and restaurants in the French city of Reims on Wednesday, rejecting the country's restrictive COVID-19 health pass system.
BBC News World, August 26, 6:31 America, New York. Mass brawl erupts in Armenian parliament, third violent bout in just 2 days. Security personnel were called in to remove several members after violence erupted on the parliament floor.
RT World News, August 26, 6:28 America, New York. France will end Afghanistan evacuations on Friday evening ahead of full U.S. withdrawal, PM Castex. French Prime Minister Jean Castex has stated that his country will cease evacuations from Afghanistan after Friday, citing America's plan to proceed with a full withdrawal from the country by the August 31 deadline.
World CBS News, com. August 26, 6:26 America, New York. Japan pulls 1.6 million COVID vaccine doses over suspected contamination. Leaders tell anxious residents the already lagging vaccination program won't be disrupted, as COVID's resurgence causes heartache and Paralympic angst.
August 26, 6:23 America, New York. Man arrested after food injected with needles at supermarkets. A man has been arrested on suspicion of contaminating food after processed meat and microwavable products were injected with needles at 3 London stores.
New York Times World News, August 26, 6:20 America, New York. Remaking the economy. Plus. Roger Federer's greatest legacy. Congressional Democrats are now working to pass President Biden's domestic agenda.
August 26, 6:16 America, New York. This new class of hot ocean worlds could support life. In the quest to find potentially habitable planets outside of our solar system, astronomers have searched for exoplanets similar to Earth.
Washington Post World, August 26, 6:12 America, New York. London police make arrest over alleged shop food tampering. Police in London arrested a man on suspicion of contaminating food in 3 supermarkets by injecting them with syringes.
BBC News World, August 26, 6:06 America, New York. ABBA band teases major announcement ahead of new music. The band, who have not released new music for 39 years, reveal a new project called ABBA Voyage.
Time, August 26, 6 o'clock America, New York. Chris Paul on the legacy of the NBA strike, 1 year later. Even before August 26, 2020, the date, 1 year ago today, on which the sports world shut down in protest of violence against unarmed black people, NBA players were having difficulty processing the shooting of Jacob Blake.
Washington Post World, August 26, 6 o'clock America, New York. They were the world's only all-female army. Their descendants are fighting to recapture their humanity. Researchers in Benin are fighting to save the hidden history of the elite women warriors. RT World News, August 26, 5:47 America, New York. France will not back down from sanctioning unvaccinated care workers. COVID boosters to be offered to elderly from September. France's Prime Minister has confirmed that COVID booster shots for the elderly and care home residents will begin next month, and that the government will impose sanctions on caregivers who are not vaccinated by September 15.
August 26, 5:32 America, New York. Afro-Latinx children's books are still too rare. These authors are trying to change that. A vivid homage to the graffitied streets of the boogie-down Bronx and an interstellar quest for the perfect natural hairstyle are part of a new wave of picture books celebrating Afro-Latinx culture and characters, in an industry where these stories are still few and far between.
New York Times World News. August 26, 517 America, New York. Breakthrough COVID cases. Uncommon and often mild, but not always. Vaccination remains the best defense, health experts say. But some infections occur regardless, and can come as a traumatic surprise. Moira Smith of Anchorage, Alaska, was visiting with relatives who were unvaccinated last month.
August 26, 5:15 America, New York. What pizza from a vending machine really tastes like? It's known for its ancient ruins, the seat of Catholicism, and some of the world's best pizza. Fox World News. August 26, 5:13 America, New York. Kabul airport may see imminent attack, perhaps in hours, British official warns. The possibility of an imminent attack, perhaps within hours, loomed over Kabul's airport on Thursday, according to a British official.
New York Times World News. August 26, 5 o'clock America, New York. Biden and Naftali Bennett to meet, seeking to burnish U.S.-Israel relations. Both new leaders have struck a supportive tone after signs of strain in the longtime allies' bond. But they still have vast differences on policy. Prime Minister Naftali Bennett of Israel during a meeting with Secretary of State Antony J. Washington Post World. August 26, 4:56 America, New York. Sports cars, drugs, death, Thai police colonel investigated. Thai authorities have arrested a fifth police officer in connection with the death of a drug dealer who was allegedly killed while being shaken down in custody for cash, but are still searching for two others, including the suspected ringleader, a police colonel accused of funding a lavish lifestyle through corruption. New York Times World News. August 26, 4:55 America, New York. Japan halts 1.6 million doses of the Moderna vaccine over contamination worries. The problem comes as the country, which initially struggled to get its inoculation program into full gear, confronts its worst wave of COVID-19 cases since the pandemic began. An observation area for patients who received doses of Moderna's COVID-19 vaccine in Tokyo in June.